How we getting on, folks? Look at fairly decent day overall. Obviously, look at the entry went better than Clonmel. My Bobby Dazzler, Kai Dodville, Empire the Mold. My Bobby Dazzler drifted out to 7-2. Empire the Mold won at 4-1. Kai Dodville was tipped up the night before at 4-6. Clonmel. Ask David drifted out to 8-1, came second if you were lucky enough to get on each way. Danny Barcelona won at 5-6, but I'm not screaming and shouting about it. I probably should have done better. But anyway, we'll move on and we'll go to where I suppose I've been finding calmer waters over the past couple of meetings, especially Kilbeggan. Usually it's a very, very tricky course to get right. Usually it's a very tough little course. You need to know which horses are going to be there at the front to really get the winners in for you. But look, we've been in luck the past couple of times. Had 5 winners there the last meeting, and I think we had 3 or 4 the meeting before that. So generally it's been very, very consistent. Lots and lots of winners past couple of times anyway. And look at, we're hopefully going to continue on the same sort of track. Lots of decent each way value there. We've a 5-1 there each way. We've even got 40-1 each way. So overall, we're going to be covering all angles here. We're going to try and get as much money as we possibly can. 440 though, the first race off of the day. Personally speaking, I am all about Mullins Cross here at 5-1. Definitely well worth an each way play at that sort of price for Shark Hanlon and Tom Hamilton. Realistically, I think it's going to be the one that they're going to have to all beat in this scenario here. Obviously, look at Mullins Cross, looks to have the best form in the book. That 4th last time out. Definitely stands up here with Dimpton as well. Do you think so? Broken Ice. Behind was Rocco Storm, Long Island Jen, Barini Rocks, Eaton Lady, Bartley's Boy, Ballybrownie Jack, Indivigo, The Perch. Realistically, it's not a very strong race. It looks like it's a fairly similar contest. There's an awful lot of duck eggs in terms of the form aspect of things. I am not liking the little Aussie battler one bit. I don't think he's got any sort of real standard. There's no jockey booking confirmed yet. But obviously coming from the Willie Mullins yard, you would have to be going in at your peril against them. But yeah, Mullins Cross for me definitely looks to be the one they all have to beat. I think realistically, if he gets to run a race, look at Kilbeggan's going to suit him. The ground is going to suit him. The form aspect of things look like it's going to suit him. I think 5-1 is definitely a very, very safe play each way here. And realistically, is going to be the one they all have to beat. Now, moving on into the 5-10. And I am so tempted to say Shanavoon Lady being the only course and distance winner of the field. The only course and distance winner of the field, Shanavoon Lady there at 4-1. Definitely very, very interesting. But it has to find an awful lot on form. Course form isn't going to necessarily gain the advantage it needs to be able to beat Meticulous here at even money. I think realistically that's the safest option there. Looks to be the serious class act of the race, considering it's £15 ahead of us next in line. That being Face the Odds, I think it's got, look at it, it only has to give Face the Odds £7, when realistically, in terms of a handicap perspective, it should realistically have to give another £7 to Meticulous. As well as that, Hugh Morgan claims £5, so it's technically £12 well in when you think about it. I think realistically, it is going to be the one they all have to beat. It is one that should realistically be winning this at a fairly comfortable margin. And even money, I think, is the safest bet tomorrow to double your money or even more, providing it drifts out a little bit. I definitely think it should not be beaten, providing it stays on his feet. It is the class act of the race, and it should take all the stopping. 540. Tricky one here. Get Far put in a good run in Ballinrobe last time out, when second, but potentially wants it soft to heavy. It's not going to be soft to heavy tomorrow. Going to be good to firm potentially in places. Arguably not necessarily great ground for National Hunt race, and I know it's going to lead to plenty of pace on and everything else like that. But Swiss Brid at 16-1 for me definitely looks like it could be worth a bit of an each way play. Just going back on its good ground run in Tipperary behind Daisy's Hollow ahead of the Reaping Race, Mickey Shea, October Revolution, the big fella, Mossy White, Old Castle, Galaxy Girl, Blue Jig Rich, Otzi, Oscar High, Mrs. Davies, Copper Coast Paddy. Now, in my opinion, that definitely does. It suggests, it wouldn't scream great each way value, but it does suggest a bit of each way value there. Good ground is definitely this horse's thing. I definitely think if this horse can show its true worth and show its potential, she is definitely coming in here off a fairly nice mark, being off 10 stone 12, with Shane Fitzgerald claiming £4. Obviously, look at Owen McCarthy, hasn't necessarily been firing them in on all cylinders lately, but I definitely think it's well worth considering it for an each way play. There's already a bit of money coming down for it, back from 25s into 16s. Still an each way play there. 16s isn't going to do any harm. I think realistically it is going to be bang there in the finish, providing it gets the luck in running. 610. A horse that I'm really, really fond of and really fond of around here. It's definitely going to be the nap of the day. I realistically think it should not be beaten. Ridden by Cathal Landers, trained by Angus King. Fill the Tank, currently priced at 11-10. I can't stress this enough. I cannot see this horse being beaten. Realistically, I think it's got most in hand here. I think realistically, when you look at what it beat the last day, around Kilbeggan, beating Mr. Bells by 5 lengths, Good Night and God Bless, Hook Colburn, It's Only a Number, Fairy Hill Run, Emer, Get A Day, Rudic Trail, Napoleon Blue, Champagne Beauty, Super Citizen, top of the charts, and Different Spot. All of them being fairly decent source over Chasing Fence. There's definitely not really any slouches. Angus King has been in serious form lately. And obviously, Cathal Landers going off a 20% strike rate. I think it's his race to lose. And whether you like it or not, 11-10 is definitely going to be the nap of the day for me. I cannot see this horse being beaten whatsoever. We're going on from the nap to potentially a great little each way play. And I know the drop in trip isn't necessarily this horse's main asset here. Generally is best around 2 mile 2, 2 mile 4, back down to 2 mile on good ground. The good ground is definitely going to be in this horse's favor, but Beat of the Sea at 40-1. I'm going to take a bit of a chance, and I'm going to say, look, it's going to run his race. You cannot write off Beat of the Sea around Kilbeggan. Whatever you do, it absolutely loves it around here. We've seen how good in form it is when third in Ballinrobe behind young Ned of the Hill and Stamp Your Feet. It was only not even a couple of lengths, maybe about a length and a half behind it that day. Just got collared on a line, put in a very good effort from the front. I think if it puts in an effort like that again, it's going to be very, very hard horse to stop here. It's not necessarily the best of competition, but it's certainly leading to it being very, very competitive. It's going to be a bit of a dogfight here. An awful lot of these are going to not necessarily appreciate the good ground. Obviously, look at Western Victory, bit of a mudlark. Future Proof, I can't think of him really showing any good form and good ground. Yeah, winner on the flat on soft, third of 13 on heavy, second of 14 on soft ground. So that's definitely not going to be to his liking. Look at realistically, Beat of the Sea could turn the tables here. We've seen plenty of 80-1 thirds, 150-1 thirds coming in lately. I definitely think Beat of the Sea has a good run in her. And realistically, she is coming in here off 9 stone 12. I know she is 4 pounds out of the handicap, but with TJ Kelly claiming 7 pounds, it's definitely making life a small little bit easier for her. But I'm going to say, look, she's definitely well worth an each way play at 40-1. I wouldn't be going all in at 40-1, but have maybe 250 each way or €2 or whatever is comfortable to you. I always say only put on what you're comfortable in losing. And definitely, I think 40-1 for Beat of the Sea around Kilbeggan, it's definitely something you don't see every day. And I will definitely be having a couple of quid each way on her tomorrow. 7-10 is going to be a very, very tricky race. Obviously, the Mandalobe brings a good bit of class form into it, but the Mandalobe generally, I find, is more of a heavy ground horse. Like winner in Otay on very soft. Third of 12 in Punchestown and soft. Fourth of 12 in Kilbeggan and soft. I don't think the good ground is necessarily going to suit the Mandalobe tomorrow. Cerberus, he's a tricky customer. You wouldn't want to be hanging your hopes on Cerberus now tomorrow. The one that I definitely am liking is Loa Sun, who put in a very, very nice effort here last time out behind our nap of the day, that particular day. Yabaya, obviously, look at Yabaya is definitely no slouch. One down was in second. Loa Sun, obviously being a former Cesarewitch winner. That was its first run over a chase and fence and finished third. I think realistically, it has pucks and pucks of ability to improve. Obviously, being a former Cesarewitch winner definitely brings the class aspect of it in here. There's not too many Cesarewitch winners running around Kilbeggan, especially over a chase and fence. But look at it is what it is. 7-2 looks to be a great price each way, or not even each way. A great overall price for the most likely winner. I definitely think it has the most improvement to come and should definitely take all the stop in here. 740 is going to be my patron pick of the day, and I am definitely 100% all over this horse tomorrow. I think he is going to be a very, very hard horse to stop. 8-10. We're going to finish off with the next best of the day, and I'm looking at the next best in terms of breeding and bloodlines and everything else like that. For me, Emmett Mullins and Mr. P. Burns, I think it's Philip Burns, I'm not 100% sure. Currently priced at 9-4. Obviously, being a half sister to a very smart Paloma Blue. When you look at the bloodline, then obviously the dam was an unraced half sister to Smart Bumper, 2 mile to 2 mile 1 hurdle chase winner Paloma Blue out of 2 mile to 2 mile 4 hurdle chase winner Sister Bumper. Sister 2 Bumper, 2 mile 3 to 2 mile 6 hurdle chase winner Mount Sandal. Now, when you look at that and when you look at the form of the rest of the field, it doesn't necessarily add up how this horse is 9-4. Potentially it is it is the fact that it's an unraced horse, but if it even shows a quarter of the ability that Paloma Blue has shown, Paloma Blue is a graded horse, whether you like it or not. Realistically, it's a fairly poor bumper, and it should take no questions asked that this this horse of Emmett Mullins should be winning this, doing fairly light work, to be quite honest. And just looking through the rest of the jockeys, there's no sign of Patrick Mullins. No, Patrick Mullins wouldn't be on 100-1 shot anyway. If it was, it'd be a sign in itself. But yeah, no, look at it's going to be a very hard horse to stop tomorrow. Emmett Mullins loves these sorts of bumpers. I think he's going to be a very, very hard horse to stop. But look, I'm going to leave it there. Please make sure to keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. Hopefully, we'll continue this Kilbeggan run like we have done for the past couple of occasions. If you like the content, please make sure to keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. We want to start making a move onto the 1,000 subscribers mark, and that can only be done by you hitting that subscribe button. So please, if you haven't done it already, please do so. If you want to sign up to the Patreon, I leave a link in the description below. It's €10 a month, and you still have a chance of winning this month's prize as well, with a value of €40. So for the sake of €10, you're going to be getting free, well, not free tips, but you're going to be getting tips from myself and Ryan, and as well as that, you'll get an automatic entry into this draw for the prize of a value of €40. So look, I leave it there. Like I said, very, very best of luck tomorrow. Please make sure to gamble responsibly. And look, hopefully we do have plenty of winners again. The very, very best of luck, folks. Please make sure to keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. And as always, thanks very much for your support.